So yesterday I photographed the Queen's funeral. Now, this is not a video discussing the pros and cons of the monarchy or whether you're a royalist or an anti-royalist. It's nothing to do with that. As a photographer, I simply decided that I wanted to go down to London to document my own take of this historical event that is unlikely to ever happen again in my lifetime, where a monarch has ruled for so long. So I got up early and drove down to Stanmore from Sheffield, which was about 2.5 hours. And then I got the first tube from Stanmore into London. So I got into London about 5:45, 10 to 6, something like that. London was already absolutely rammed. Originally, I had been planning to try and get a position between Westminster Hall and Westminster Abbey. However, that was absolutely out of the question. So I headed round, walked up the Mall, which was already getting really busy as well. And I was fortunate to get a spot right at the front, down at the bottom of Horse Guards Parade. So I had a fantastic view of the parade ground in front of me. I was shooting on my Sony A7R4A and I was using my Sony 70-200. For the vast majority of my shots, I was shooting in burst mode, and I was shooting at shutter speeds of between 1/500th and 1/2000th of a second at about f5.6, with my ISO going between 100 and 400. Thankfully, conditions were really good, which meant that I could shoot at higher shutter speeds without having to crank my ISO up there. During the funeral itself, we weren't able to see the funeral. We could just hear it being broadcast through speakers. But we were fortunate enough to see all the different military groups, both practicing and then finally getting into formation as well. And then after the funeral, the procession actually passed. It came down Horse Guards Parade and turned right just in front of where I was, and then headed towards the Mall. So what I did is I got some shots at the bottom of Horse Guards Parade, and then as the procession went past me, I actually left that spot, got ahead of the procession and headed up to the Mall and got a few more shots from there as well. Now, I'm really happy with all of the shots that I got. However, this one in particular, I'm very happy with. This is just a shot of King Charles III and Princess Royal, Princess Anne, both with their eyes closed, seemingly just kind of taking in the moment. And yeah, it was a picture that I was really, really happy with as soon as I saw it on the back of the camera. And then once I got it into Lightroom and edited it, I was even happier with it. Overall, I actually really enjoyed the day. It was a completely different type of photography than I'm used to. I've never done kind of journalistic style reportage photography. But yeah, it was something that I did really enjoy. And obviously with all the pomp and ceremony, there was a lot there to photograph, plus all the crowds. So I'm going to leave you now with a slideshow of some of the images from yesterday, and I hope you enjoy them.